아동학대, or in English, child abuse. See, child abuse is a problem here in South Korea as well as many other countries in the world. But there is one issue going on currently that has ignited the fury of many South Koreans here over child abuse. And it's all about a little girl named Jeongin. Even BTS's Jeongin has spoken out about it and tried to raise awareness of the case. So after watching the Korean program 그것이 알고싶다, or I Want to Know That, as well as many other news sources, I decided to make this video for you all so that way you know what happened to this little girl and her untimely death. So in 2020, a really cute little girl named Jeongin was adopted by two foster parents. She was not the only child in the family, as they already had a biological daughter who was a little bit older than Jeongin. When Jeongin was first adopted, she was in perfect condition. So people thought she was living a great life with their foster parents because they were even on TV helping other people adopt children. So how ironic is it when we finally find out what is happening behind closed doors? So you're probably wondering, didn't somebody notice that she was abused, or didn't they report it to the police? And the answer to that is yes. The daycare she was attending had reported multiple times to the police that they've noticed bruises on her arms, legs, stomach, ears, as well as the side of her head. See, the daycare teachers were thorough enough to take pictures of these bruises and marks on her body. But when they did report it to the police said that they cannot prove that it is child abuse unless she has open cuts or broken bones. Thus, she was sent back home to her family. See, what really kills me is that these daycare teachers didn't just report it one time. They reported it twice, and yet this child was still sent home to these parents. And they knew that when she is sent home to these parents, that she could possibly continue to be abused. So after being reported to the police, Jeongin's parents became extremely sensitive about her being shown to other people, and thus they pulled her out of daycare. Since her foster father was at work and the biological daughter was at daycare, Jeongin had to stay home with the foster mother. The thing is, we don't really know how well she was taken care of or what things truly happened to her. 2 months afterwards, Jeongin was sent back to the daycare that she attended before. So according to the CCTV footage, Jeongin didn't seem energetic at all, and it appeared that she's lost at least 2 pounds. The daycare teachers tried to feed her the best they could and let her go play, but Jeongin wasn't interested. When Jeongin's foster father came to pick her up, the teachers filled him in on what they've noticed and requested that he take her to the hospital. Sadly, the next day, Jeongin passed away.
정인이의 마지막 모습이었습니다.
Alright, so here's where things get really interesting. So when doing the autopsy, they've noticed that Jeongin's pancreas was displaced. So when mother was interviewed by the police, she said that she dropped her. To test her testimony, the program 그것이 알고싶다 performed a few tests with experts to just see what exactly happened to Jeongin. So to test the amount of force that it would take to displace someone's pancreas, they had a taekwondo fighter kick a bag with a sensor, a boxer punch a bag with a sensor, as well as they've had a really big man Donkey Kong a pad while it was lying flat on the floor. In the end, they surmised that it would take a woman that would weigh about 53 kilograms to jump off of a couch onto the pad. That would give you about the same amount of force to do that to a child. Does this mean that this is what that foster mother did? No, it doesn't mean that. Other things learned from the autopsy as well. She had several broken bones that were months old. She had a hole in her intestine in which gas leaked out and caused her belly to swell, as well as her stomach or her belly was full of blood. This was described as an extremely painful experience that she had to be going through. So what is happening at the moment? They are straight furious as to what happened to poor Jeongin. Many Koreans are hoping that the government severely punishes these parents. So when you look at videos or pictures of these parents, you'll find that their faces are blurred out. So in case you didn't know, South Korea has this really weird law that someone who is accused or convicted of a crime, their identities are pretty much hidden from the public.
사망 당일 아침 아이가 밥을 먹지 않아 들어올려 흔들다가 떨어뜨려 의자에 부딪혔다고 주장하고 있습니다.
I don't know why this law exists, but if you did search online for the original picture of these people's faces that isn't blurred, you can't find it. Korean people are so upset that they found pictures of the couple without their faces being blurred. Currently, both parents will go to trial over this girl's death. And the first court date is set for January 13th. Right now, many Koreans, regular people as well as famous people, are participating in the hashtag Sorry Jeongin to show their anger and protest against child abuse and neglect. So I want to end this video by saying, if you notice anyone who is being abused or any signs of abuse, whether that is spousal abuse or child abuse, I ask you to please report it. Say something, because you never know when your voice is the one that saves somebody's life. Also, what about in your country? What are the child protection laws like? Does your country have a high percentage of child abuse? Also, what do you think about this case? What do you think the Korean government should do in order to fight against child abuse? Let us know in the comments below. Do not forget to subscribe for more content, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.